Good day people, goeiedag mense. Dis nou 'n ander video oor 'n Isuzu truck. Now this video is about the Isuzu truck. We have a problem with the Isuzu truck. Um, but I did excuse me, I had a road trip on I did a road trip on the 18th of February 2024 to a place to have a look at the rail line between Ladysmith and Taos River. So I have a video about that, made a video about that, and it's a little bit of a problem because it's all over. There are private game reserves. Now the private game reserves, they have fences up and gates, and you're not allowed through at most places. So I couldn't follow the rail track. So I did a video about the scenery around the mountains and stuff. But okay, and let's have a look at the fuel consumption of this trip. The speedometer showed 294.3 kilometers for the trip before I filled the tank up with diesel again. I used 15.01 liters of diesel on a trip of what I said, 294.3 kilometers. And to fix this up, I had to divide 0, something odd into the figure, because the true kilometers on this trip was 255.9 kilometers. So it's almost 256 kilometers. Now divide the 15.01 liters into the 255.9 kilometers. I get 5.9 liters per 100 kilometers. 17 kilometers per liter. That is 48 miles per gallon. Okay, that was the average. My fuel consumption, 48 miles per gallon with that pickup, that truck there. But now I'm going to go to the truck again. This is the story about the truck. So I'll go to the truck. And that's a tractor. So let's go to the truck. Now the truck, that's a truck. So this truck was originally a 250 diesel with a C240 motor, 2.4 something cc, less than 2.5 cc, 2,500 cc, I mean, less than 2.5 liters. Okay, now here we have a problem. first I have to fix the alternator later on. It doesn't charge the battery. But the first story about this is it's a 3.1 liter turbo motor, as you can see. Now, some time ago, water was dripping out somewhere there, and black. I thought it was oil. So that wasn't oil, it was water with carbon mixed. So I then phoned my friend. He came here to check it out as well, and we came to a conclusion that this is a turbo problem. So first he said no, it must be a gasket. So I explained to him that the water disappears. It doesn't blow out the radiator cap. There's no build up to the radiator cap. There's also no oil, water in the oil. So the oil is just oil. I also turned the plug out at the bottom. There wasn't water coming out of it after standing for 3 days. So in 3 days' time, the water should have sagged out to the bottom, and that didn't happen. The clean oil, I mean just oil. It's dirty oil, but it's just oil coming out at the bottom of the drain plug. So that is not an oil gasket story here, cylinder head gasket. So we thought, okay, then there must be a crack in the exhaust port. Because my brother says what happens is when he drives a truck and he stops, then steam comes out the exhaust pipe. So when he turned it off, he couldn't get it to start again. It was hydro locking, as they call it. Some of the water went from the turbo into the manifold, exhaust manifold. As you can see, is lower than the turbo. Turbo is up higher up than the exhaust manifold. So some water went into one of the cylinders. So he tried it, and so the water must probably went past the rings until it could turn over through the ring gap, I mean, until it turned over, and then it started, and it misfired for a few seconds, and then it was okay. And then he drove it here, because he took the wood away for the wood makers with a truck. It was a heavy load of wood, big load of wood, so it wouldn't go on my truck, pickup truck, and I wasn't there. And anyway, I was on my road trip. So then he parked it here, and I came and had a look at the story, and there was no water in the radiator. It was up here, showed no water. So I undid that pipe down there, that pipe, and there was water coming out of there. So the water must have leaked out by the turbo until it came level with the turbo and the radiator and the engine. So somewhere around there. Then it stopped leaking water out. So what we then did, before I phoned him, because we came to a conclusion there was a crack in the cylinder head, okay? So I fitted pipes on one pipe there and the other pipe onto the outlet down there of turbo, where is it now? Pipe. Somewhere there's a pipe coming. It must connect to this pipe here. Now this pipe is like connected to there. Okay, then I blocked the one side and I sucked on the other side and it didn't keep vacuum. So I phoned him and he came here and he did the same story and came to a conclusion there must be a crack in the turbo housing on the water port side. But now we have another conclusion here. A story is that you need water to cool the turbo down, otherwise your oil is going to burn out, or the oil is going to lose its viscosity and the bushes, bearings, whatever is in the core there, that will seize then and bugger the whole story up, and it will pump oil through the bushing of bearings or whatever into the exhaust pipe, and it will make a lot of smoke, and all the oil will suck through there, be pumped through the exhaust pipe, and the engine will blow up because it will happen very fast. There's no chances you can take with this, with the turbo seals going. If turbo seals go and you see smoke at the back, you have to stop immediately. There is no half a kilometer or 1 kilometer to go. It is dead stop at that point. So I'm now looking for another manifold here. I'm going to check out if the non-turbo 2.5 liter motor. They also made a 2.5. It's similar to this, a 2.5 liter, 5 liter direct injection motor like this, and fit the manifolds to this thing and just forget about the turbo altogether. Blank the oil pipe, close the oil pipe up from the oil filter to the turbo, and the one going back to the sump, the backflow from the turbo to the sump, block that one also. So I have tested it now. It's freaking hot in here, and it goes well without the turbo because I disconnected. Oh, what's falling down there? The actuator. Now the actuator gets connected to this arm here to open the wastegate. So when the turbo boost is high, it blows down that pipe there, and there's a diaphragm in the actuator there, and a spring on the back side. Then the air pressure is high in this pipe, it blows down there, pressure's on this side of the diaphragm, push against the piston and the spring and that rod there, and it opens the wastegate, the turbo wastegate, to release the pressure. That's now at high speed and high RPM on the turbo. So now at this moment the turbo won't really spin because the actuator is disconnected and the wastegate is wide open, as you can see there now. Let me put the light like so, There you can see. There is the arm. It's right open. Stupid light. Okay. So it's now disconnected, and it goes well. It's a 3.1 liter. Only problem is I have to detune the injector pump, because I see that it makes a lot of black smoke. So it's overfueling now because there's no turbo to burn the extra fuel. The turbo gives it more air, so it breathes better, and for the more air you need more fuel. So now without the turbo boosting, it's now more fuel and less air. So it's a overreach, fuel reaching state. So I have to sort this out. Okay, then today they reckon it's going to become 108 degrees Fahrenheit. At the moment it's 90. What is it? 90. Let me see. I wrote it down somewhere. The wind is already blowing. Maybe it's not going to reach that temperature they're talking about. I wrote it down. It's 92 degrees Fahrenheit at this moment. It's 33 degrees Celsius. So, yeah, 42 degrees Celsius for 108 degrees Fahrenheit. I took this meter to check the alternator charging. That's why it's lying here. Okay, then this is now the end of this video of this problem. So I must phone a few people to find out where I can get a non-turbo manifold intake and exhaust. Okay. Bye-bye from this video. Tot ziens van deze video. Tot volgende video. Thanks for watching this video. There's little man coming, so I say bye-bye from this video. That's my brother's son.
Jos,
Oh ja,
waar jy was?
waar hy was?
Ja,
O God. Nee, maar ek was nog altyd hier. Ek het nie weggegaan. Okay.
wat is ketel kom dan?
Nee, daar sit maar neer daai ketel, dankie. Okay. Bye-bye. Tot ziens. And then his brother is coming to fetch him. As you can see there, he's now frightened of the camera. Okay, he's coming. So I say bye-bye.